Hey, it's Lowry Smith, other Commander Smiths here with Goldfishing the Spotlight. Xavier Sal Infested Captain. Um got a Planeswalker deck here for you. We got black, green, blue, 3/3. Tap it, remove a counter, and you get to populate, which is make another creature token. Or tap it, sacrifice another creature to proliferate, which is add um bunch of counters, do a bunch of things. Mostly planeswalkers in this deck, but if not other things. And so just gonna play through the deck a little bit. Um, and then we can check out, see how it flows, see how it works. It does feel like when it doesn't ramp, it's rough, but I mean, what deck isn't at this point? And should say Commander Smiths is a podcast. We record every Monday night. Also do a bunch of little other things, shorts or proxies. We have a Discord that you could join. So just check it out over on Patreon and stuff like that. I'm going to try and play really fast just so that we can get a feel of it. I got about an hour to do this. I should shuffle it up real quick so you don't think I'm setting it up. So, but other than that, the deck feels pretty good. Basically, what we're going to be doing is Xavier Sal is there almost for the populate to make more token creatures. I have plenty of things that can proliferate on their own in these colors. And so Xavier Sal has come down later than most of the decks I build normally really rely on the commander. So this is a little bit different for me. 3, 7, 6, 7. Check that out. Let's see what that. Remember to leave a like and stuff like that. Okay, early ramp, early selection. I like this hand quite a bit. So we'll start. We will command tower into a birds. That was a little bit closer than I want, but all right, birds. Second turn, we got Seju land. We got a turn 3, so we will likely do some more ramp. Astral Cornucopia, which will get 1 counter on it that I can proliferate. And then turn 3, land, Dreamroot, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And so the question ends up being, do I want to run Garrick first or wait for Vorinclex, get some ramp in or some drawing selection? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Experimental augury. I think that might be what we do. I think we go 3 with an Oath of Jace. 1, 2, 3. Draw 3, discard 2. Oh boy, that's a pretty good draw. I'm pretty happy with that. I might discard the Basuju, which is insane, and maybe the Garrett Primal Hunter, and then we will experimental augury. Look at the top 3 and proliferate. We'll definitely put Toothy into our hand. Bin those 2, proliferate up, so the cornucopia has a second one. Untap. So turn 4, we're doing all right. Lay a Bayou. Exploration doesn't do much here, but we're going to want 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think we'll run the monster out. Monstrous Raider. We'll see. You never know what that interaction is going to be, but probably try and run somebody over and hope that it tables. And then the next turn we're gonna Obnixilis. Actually, let's 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for Obnixilis. And that'll put 6 on it because of Vorinclex. And we're actually going to add to it. Normally, I would. I'm going to subtract 4, get that 5, 5, and I'm just going to represent that by 1 token because we can add plenty of them and we'll just put them over the top. We have 2 mana left over, which we'll just run out. No, we'll hold on to exploration for the Ickermon Gauntlet. We're doing all right. It's turn 5. Another island. I think we get that Ickermon Moon Gauntlet out. I technically could have scryed 3, but I'm very happy with that island that showed up, or scry 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's get 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's get Toothy out there. And then let's exploration to add a counter onto, well, that could have been maybe better, but onto Obnixilus, which is going to -2 again, go to 3. We get another 5/5 blocker, and no drawing has happened at that point. Next turn, token or counter on Toothy. Draw, another land, Minimo, not bad. Nissa's going to get run out, which will get 6 counters on her with Vorinclex. People are kind of going like, likely won't be doing that. And that might be possible, but if your deck doesn't work when you're not facing anybody, then what are you doing? Right? And that adds a counter onto, let's say, Obnixilus. Actually, that should be 2 because of Vorinclex. Not a bad deal. We're kind of out of mana at this point. We'll tap birds. 2, 3. We'll run out. We got Xavier Sal. Doesn't trigger. Let's make another guy. 5, 4, 3. Another 5/5, losing 2 life. Over here with Nissa, we will add 1 but 2, so that'll be 8 total, and then make 2 little dudes. That is fodder. Let's see here. All right, out of my hand, basically got to have Nissa go down to 1 and gain X life and draw X cards, where X is the total number of lands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll get another land in there. Likely. Yeah, Amaya's real nice. And then we want to be able to drop Renin 7. Let's see here. Yeah. Renin 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Renin 7 is there for the -3 and getting another dude. And we're going to want to be copying that guy. So there is 10 on that. We'll minus it down to 7, so -3. And then we'll get a big tree folk, which is going to be 7/7. And we will tap Xavier Sal, sacrifice one of them, one of those, what is it, plant creatures to, oh no, I have to get rid of a counter off something to populate. Probably on that to get another tree folk. Let's see here. We have 1, 2, 3 mana open. Oh, we probably would have Kiora that has 14 on it and actually done it with that. Untap, do it again. So 14, 13, 12, 11. And you can see how the deck is rolling. We got 2 7/7s, 3 5/5s. And the deck is just kind of going. I can get another one of them demons and we're moving. So that's all I'm looking for. It flowed really well. I kind of started forgetting to use the Ickermoon gauntlet, but that's not a bad place to be either. If you're still feeling like it's pretty powerful and you're doing some stuff, it's not a bad deal. And so It's a little hard to know where to put that. Sup, Shy. You should discard the Vorinclex. Probably not. Vorinclex or Doubling Season are pretty bonkers, and you can understand why. Doubling the amount of counters on Planeswalkers coming in is probably worth the wait. It's probably better if I have some protection, but I mean, I really only have Boots and Greaves in here for protection, so it's unlikely to just wait into that. I could add some more protection, but I think that ends up hurting my draw or ramp, which are both just about as minimal as possible. Planeswalkers take up a lot of room, especially when it comes to like wanting to have tokens rather than draw or ramp on it. So well, let's do that again. 2, 3, 7. We got 1, 2. I'm running 36 land in here. Again, it's a little short. All right, we got 2 to maybe get to Nissa. Hopefully we can. Otherwise, it's a bit of a fat hand. 2 6s isn't necessarily what I want. I only got like 4 or 5 6-mana costs in this deck. But I think we'll keep it. We'll draw off that. All right, buy you down. Second turn. There we go. Overgrown tomb into play tapped. Turn 3. Oh, exploration would have been nice last turn. We'll drop a Nissa. We'll have 3, and we'll up it to 4. Let's see here. And get a little token dude. All right, turn 4. Here's the ramp. I guess. Staff of Completion. It's not a bad deal. No more land to put down, so let's up it to 5 to get another 01. Let's proliferate and pay some life. Get up to 5. Nope, that was 5. So we're up to 6. That'll be what we're at. Draw for the next turn. Ooh. I really need something. I don't have enough blue mana to get me to Jace or to Fury. And I don't have enough mana for that. So I guess we're going with Karth. And we're going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We get to put a Planeswalker, which does not show. Rough. Planeswalker abilities get an extra +1, so we'll +1 it one more time, go up to 8 to make another 03. We got some blockers. We probably don't have 3, but we have at least 1. Next turn. Ugh. Still short on mana and the 2 blue, which are a little rough, but we will likely Oath of Liliana. Everybody has to sacrifice a creature. We're gonna ultimate this down to 1, 2 actually, because it's a -6 because of Karth. All right. And we're gonna draw 1, 2, 3 cards and hopefully get a land, right? We got 1 land. Woo! It's at least a blue, and then I guess we can probably pay 3 life and proliferate again. Probably being really aggressive there. Probably don't need to do it right then. Can do it after the fact. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Got to discard. Let's discard Vorinclex like Renshai was suggesting last game, right? And I would say that I kind of screwed up timing wise. Let's look at this next one. Hey, that's not a bad draw right there. That might put us back in the game with a Soul Ring draw. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But this is where we got to slam down Ren and 7 to protect everything. And I would say that we're probably behind in this game. So that's something to just keep track of. There is, that Ren and 7 makes a 4/4 tree folk with reach. We just did not draw, didn't get anything like drawing to get into land, and we didn't draw into any land. And so we'll just Shuffle up half the deck, put the other on the bottom. Do another one. 2, 3, 2, 3, 1. Analyze the hand. We got 2, 3, 4, 5. That's probably too much land, along with ramp and ramp. I would ship this. We have a pretty nice mulligan rule in our group. All I'm doing is shuffling up a small amount. I don't got to keep on reshuffling. 3, 7. Let's look at this one. 2, 3 land. I like that, along with a draw and a ramp card. A little bit. I'm into this for sure. So we'll draw. We will ponder right off the bat, which is 1, 2, 3. Let's see what we got. Yeah, let's put Yavimaya on top and draw into that. Next turn, Yavimaya. What's our turn 2 play? Nothing much. Let's pick that up. Actually, we would fetch then, because we know probably would have liked Ob Nixilis, but that was a problem. We'll put in a land tapped with our fetch. And so, quick shuffle. We ain't cheating nobody here. Turn 3, land. Let's put down a Vizier of Tumbling Sands. And that's just untaps another permanent. Not a bad play. I was really liking untapping stuff. Turn 4. So it is technically, a ramp spell. We'll say 1, 2, 3 for Honor Worn Shaku into 1, 2, 3 for a Kiora. She has a fat ass, so I doubt she's gonna die before a round. And that'll be fine. Another land. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Probably get a Vorinclex in play. We have 1, 2. So it's definitely an awkward deck if you're playing out of turn. I got a land there. 1, 2, 3. Oath of Liliana. The legendary enchantments can untap on a Worn Shaku, which is really nice. Turns into something. But right now, let's run out Xavier Sal just to have something out there a bit. You probably have less there. We don't have any tokens, which is problematic. Not getting that Ob Nixilis off the ponder was like a huge mistake. And so let's shuffle up and hope for another one. So 1 decent game, 1 mana screwed, and then 1 just big misplay right there. And so this is my first Super Friend deck, and I've been playing for 15 years. Whenever they started Commander, it's been a while. And so it's different. It's definitely I'm a pretty aggressive builder or player. And so it's much more of a sit back. 1 land, 2 land. Since we got an Oath of Nissa that can get us a land along with ramp. Yeah, that's a hand right there. Likely, let's go for I don't need to worry about a land. Hoping for a creature. So may reveal a creature, land, or planeswalker. Yeah, definitely Ren and 7. Ren and 7's probably this and Nissa are some of the best cards in here. All right, 2. We drop an Orborg into a Bloom Tender for sure. All right. Turn 3. Let's get a Prismatic Vista. Nice thing about Urborg and Yavimaya is I should get a blue. Is that they allow some other lands that don't naturally give me mana into mana. So that's a really nice deal. Not going to have a single GD island on that half. Come on now. We have 3 plus Bloom Tender is 4. And then let's see where we're at. A nice play here sometimes is just playing Xavier Sal. and then Bloom Tender for 3 on something else. And so let's see, what do we got here? Yeah, not a bad deal. I think I'm going to Xavier Sal, tap Bloom Tender for 3, and put an Astral Cornucopia out. And then that's the turn. Oh, actually not a bad play here is on a Worn Shaku, and then I can 1, tap it for 2, tap it for 3 into an Astral Cornucopia. Don't have anything else at 1, but wide open, take some shots, that's fine. Draw for turn, Ichor Moon. Woo. All right, so here's what are we gonna do? We want to be able to populate red and 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, potentially 10. Genesis Wave would be nice as well. Let's say 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Do we need another setup? Um, let's go with Ichor Moon Gauntlet. And then we're at green. So that's 4 green, green. We'll leave a blue hanging out. Nissa, which we'll put from Ichor Moon, we will put a counter on Astral Cornucopia, which gets us a 3-er here. Oop, all over the place. All right, so we have 1, 2, 1 hanging out, and a couple of tappers. um, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I still get Ren. So yeah, 2 green, 1 left over, 3. Tap the Oath of Nissa to untap one or Worn Shaku. Tap Nissa for another one. That's 5. Ren and 7, which will get me 5-er. We will subtract this by 2 or 3. Bring it down to 2 to get a 5, 5. We will up this to 4 and make a 1, 1, which will be sacrificed to Xavier Sal, which will get me another. Oh man, why am I thinking wrong here? All right. We need to take a counter off, which will be off of Nissa, which will populate the 5, 5, which is 1, 2, 3. It's just a 3, 3. Just a 3, 3. So, all right. Next turn, I plan on. There's just 2 of them. 1, 1. Let's draw. Hickory Woodlot would be nice. That comes into play tapped. But we're going to go Genesis Wave, which is basically 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we'll Genesis Wave for 12, which is really, or for 9. 6, 7, 8, 9. Put all the permanents in play. Displacer Kitten. Preordain goes in the graveyard. Nissa is fantastic in here. Kiora, Obnixilis, Sensei's Top. That doesn't take effect. Exploration. Birds of Paradise is fantastic. I got no lands, which is normally not all the time, but and then you're just starting to go off. Like Genesis Wave is fantastic in here. Kamal's yada yada is decent, but normally hits 2 or 3 things, to whereas Genesis Wave hits a ton. I love it in this deck, in this one specifically. So I'd say I was happy with that one. Displacer Kitten's crazy with Planeswalkers, just resetting them and being able to get a lot out of them. All right. Where are we at? All right. I'm going to blow my nose real quick. All right. 3, 6, 7. So we're kind of like 50-50 on how the deck is running right now. 2, 3. With a staff, turn 2. Oh, I don't have a turn 2 play though. That'd be a bummer. I at least have turn 3. All right, I'd probably keep that. Oh, that's not a bad bit either. There we go. Forest and a soul ring. I'd probably hold on to that soul ring. Generally don't want to look like a threat that fast. All right. Let's go with soul ring. Into an Oath of Jace. Draw 3, discard 2. Draw 3. Probably get rid of the tomb. 1. And nothing's really going to work with the Severus Time Twister. All right. Not a bad deal. This one's going to be a ton of ramping. Let's go. We're going to go get a forest and a swamp. So Bayou, since we discarded the tomb. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I probably don't need to shuffle too much anyway here since we. All right, we're going to colorless hanging out. Go get a forest. I'm just going to get basics right now. And then let's see here. We have 1 hanging out. Let's do another green for Delighted Halfling. Black, use that other colorless for the Dreadhorde. We got a blue hanging out, which ain't going to be nothing this turn. All right. That was a huge. This is a great start. And just getting more ramp. All right. So force return, we'll say 1, 2, 3 on a Warren Shaku, 3 for the Staff of Completion. 1, 2, 3 mana still left over. Let's draw a card, pay 4 life. That'll be fucking rough, but ugh. And right now that has 1 on him. We're gonna cycle that Triome to draw another card. Another land. Whoo, that's where it's been. So just like a bad distribution, keep note of that as well. Next turn, another Yavimaya. Ooh, no real counters hanging around. I'm going to pay 4 life to draw another card, which is rough. Oath of Nissa might get me a walker, which would be nice. 1, 2, 3. I get to grab the land. No creature, no planeswalker. That has been rough. Could mean that I don't have enough planeswalkers in here, which is potentially. I'm going to run Xavier Sal out just to have some bodies out there, though. I don't even know if I played a land that turn. It doesn't hardly matter at this point. Oof. Bloom Tender. That's actually Nesting Ground. There's another one there. But flooded. Uneven distribution. Taking plenty of damage here. That's rough. And that could be because of the bad shuffling that I'm doing here. But I mean, the ramp is there to be able to get whatever planeswalker out as fast as possible. Just wasn't working together at that point. All right. Doing great on timing though. Well, we got 5 games in. We got 1 screw, 1 flood, 1 awkward, and 2 decent. 2 solid. First game and 4th game I'd be very happy with in that game. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, seeing a couple land there. 4. Yep, we got a green piece. We got Oath of Nissa. I'm pretty happy with that. Oh, we got Evolution Sage, which I might want to run out next turn. Let's get a birds out. Turn 2. Island, that. Evolution Sage. Let's see how that goes. I like Crucible. We have 2 blue. Let's get Jace out there. No proliferate. I kind of half-ass expected that. Let's Jace it. 1, 2, 3. Put 2 back. Crucible isn't going to do much for me. I'm getting plenty of land. We'll put the Watery Grave on top. We already played our land this turn. We have 3. Didn't tick them up. That is fine. 3 and 2. As long as somebody doesn't kill Jace, I'll be willing to let it die or get hit. Karn's Bastion, which will tick it up. 2, 3, 4, 5. Probably got to run Ren and 7 out there to get a nice fat blocker. It goes down to 2, and we will have 1, 5, 5 with reach. I guess he's a 4, 4. And that moves with land. Draw for turn. Knew that was coming. Land for turn. I don't. 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that's fine. That can come into play untapped, but that gets me there. All right, so we likely want to go with Oath of Nissa. Look at the top 3. What do we got? Land. Yeah. Enchantment and artifact can't go on the hand. So we have that. We've already played our land this turn. We got a Preordain, which we'll scry 2, draw 1. Ooh. We like Peregrine Dynamo for sure. Drawing that and then putting into play with the birds on 3. And this time, let's see here. We will brainstorm with Jace. We'll put the 2 lands back in. So we got Karth and Tyvar. We can't use them. And then we will plus 1 to look at the top 4. 3, 4. All lands come into your hand. Ooh, 3 there. I put 2 on top. I knew that. Rest in the graveyard. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Perfect. Up to that. And so 1, 2, 3, 4. We got a 5, 5, a 1, 5. Let's get birds down there just so we can do that. All right, let's see here. Draw for turn. Another land. Not a bad deal. So the question ends up being, are we trying to Tyvar? One, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. Urborg, which will proliferate. Then I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're going to run out Tyvar, which gets me 3. Karth the Lion. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Probably a mistake. Should have probably just Karth. And so we need. Could have Kiora'd. Yeah, that would be a mistake. So we'd keep Tyvar 3 untapped. And we put Kiara, even though Liliana's a stud. But Kiora goes into hand. And then we use that 3 there on that for 7. We would pay 1 to untap a land. And then Peregrine Dynamo is free. We have 3 lands open. Is that really worth? That went down. Oh, it didn't move because Karth ups the power. I think we'll go down to 2 with the Peregrine Dynamo. Copy it. So we have 3 fatties. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3, 6, 6s with reach. 3, 4, 5, 6. And we will probably, let's just say we're removing a creature. Oh, but I don't have to because it's a +1. So the bounce, that's a -1, is just a 0 with Karth in play. Nice little deal. There we go. Draw. Turn to proliferate. 4, 3. We're gonna 0 it, which is really a +1 to drop all my lands, which is 1, 2, 3 extras, which will proliferate 3 times. That goes up to 7. Goes up to 11. And that'll go up to 7. We have a ton of land. And so likely, let's go blue, black, green, get Xavier Sal actually into play. Do we have a haste enabler? Yes. All right. 1,000-year elixir. So Xavier Sal has haste. We will tap it to remove a counter from that to populate up to 4. And we will 3 in Dynamo, copy it to go up to 5. And then we will untap with Kiora. And untap. 1/1, the Thran Peregrine Dynamo, which again, we will remove 8, but we don't have to because Karth doesn't matter at this point. Pay 1 to copy it. We'll be at 7 Tree Folk with that, and he is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So there's 7, 10, 10s. We're doing all right. So we've used it. 7. We don't have anything else really. We have 2 mana left over. That's okay. That's okay. I like that run. That's a good one for sure. So right now we have 3 solid runs, 3 bad ones, 50-50. Because again, getting them big fatties out, and they're just blockers until you can be the aggressor. And if somebody wraths, normally you're just going to have creatures left. They're not going to be left, but you're going to bring them back quicker because of the planeswalkers already being in play. And so as long as they're in a decent position to be doing that, protecting themselves. So you can definitely check out the list on Moxfield on the Commander Smiths. It should be one of the top ones if you hit this soon enough. And so Adam's probably, one of the few ones that'll be right there. Probably my last one. Let's see how it feels. And then you just have an idea of how the deck flows, what it's looking like. Oh, shoot. No green. I don't want to gut this one out, but I probably would in a game. I just want to, looking to show off the deck. So let's just do that again. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's a green. There's some ramp. Yep. That is a keepable hand for sure. Forest, delighted halfling. Next turn, we have Everflowing Chalice for 1. And then Polluted Delta. Oh, do I have anything else at 2? Let's just go Karn's Bastion into a Lightning Greaves. All right. Next turn, turn 3. We'll go Dream Root Cascade. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think with the Jace, we'll just equip this for shits and giggles at this point. So draw 3, discard 2. It's not a bad deal. I don't want to fetch. And we'll keep the Yav. We have 1, 2 left over. Not much there for us. All right, next turn, you have a Maya. We'll say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll make sure that it's not uncounterable. Ren and 7. We'll get that down to get the creature. Next turn, you got a 4/4 Reacher. He's going to be able to block for most of the time. All right, Forest. Do we have a creature out? Not necessarily. Oh, I did get the Scry. I'm happy with that. Actually, 1, I would Scry it away. Draw, to Cthulhu. We'll say 1, 2, 3. We're going to Crucible of Worlds, land back from graveyard. And I would have tapped better, but 1, 2, 3. And we're going to say Xavier Sal. And we have 1 mana left over. And can't do much with that. So we would +1 to look at the top 4 and put all lands. So the Triome into hand. These go in the graveyard. That that Vraska is very good as well. So, all right. Let's see here. Zoop. Another land. Yikes. Not going to worry about that. We will pollute a Delta with the Crucible. That's what it's here for. Don't want to do that necessarily. Let's pollute a Delta. Be quick. That was the land for turn. Let's 0 that to put lands. No. Let's do this again, I guess. All right, Rings of Bright Hearth. We are going to +1 this. And we're going to copy it. So look at the top 4, 2, 3, 4. Putting lands into my hand. Oh, that might have been too much. 3, 4. Too much. All right. We have a bunch of land in our hand. It's basically next turn 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We'll get rid of the one that comes into play tapped. We have 1, 2, 3 left over. Not quite the 4 that we want. We will make another dude. And I don't have any real way. Don't have the proliferate. All right. For turn, we will land from the graveyard for turn. Which is, I probably forgot to shuffle, but we're going quick. We're going to 0 that and put all the lands into play. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Fetch. All right. This is where I got to shuffle. And then we can just try to ramp really hard since we have Kamal's Druidic Vow. We'll probably move it over just to make sure that we can cast it. So how much mana do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So for 12, we'll put all legends into play. Let's see here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Fucking rough. That all goes into the graveyard. Oof. See how much better Genesis Wave is? Yeah. So we got 2 of these bad boys into play, which allows me to use this, get rid of one of the creature or one of the tokens to populate. Do I have an untapper? Tyvar, move the Greaves, untap it, do it again. Maybe put 1/1 counters on everything. And then when I populate the but these creatures 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 11, 12. They're 12 12s. Yeah. I mean, the deck flows. It gets a little clunky at times, which is unfortunate, but it's been fun. It's been different. I've really enjoyed it. And there's definitely more proliferating than I don't know. Wasn't drawing into that nearly as much either. So, but if you enjoyed the deck, give it a like. Subscribe to the Commander Smiths. Greatly appreciated. Hopefully everybody's doing well, healthy, wealthy, wise, all that kind of stuff. All right. Have a good night. Bye.